I'm on a quest to find the best Division I college basketball experience in Massachusetts, so I found myself in Boston at Matthews Arena to watch the Northeastern Huskies take on the William and Mary Tribe. Being in downtown Boston, parking is very limited and also expensive, but there was one garage that was right next to the campus. It did cost me $30 though, so the parking's gonna get a 4. Being that it's a city campus, I can't really rate the campus vibe, however I can rate the vibe of the surrounding area. Matthews Arena is right off the corner of Mass Ave and Huntington Ave. It's right next to the Symphony Hall and the New England Conservatory. It's very accessible to the rest of the city, so it's going to land it a 6. Matthews Arena is the oldest college basketball arena in the United States, being that it's 114 years old. It looked old in some places, but it's been well taken care of. The concourse was non-existent, it looked more like a theater entrance. There was a snack bar, a bathroom, and a merch table, but there were no trophies or memorabilia to be seen, only the banners up in the rafters, so it's going to get a 4 for the facilities. The stadium itself, however, I'm going to give a 9. You have great sightlines from almost everywhere, the floor looked cool, and the Jumbotron was by far the best one we're going to see in this entire series. The only knock on it was that the seating area and the walkway to get out to it was a little bit dark, but the floor itself was well lit. They had the band, the cheer squad, the dance team, a youth team playing at halftime. They did the follow the basketball up on the Jumbotron. They had a dance cam wheel. The fact that we can have this good of a fan experience at a facility this old shows how well they're treating the atmosphere of the place, so it's going to get an 8 out of 10. The player intros were awesome. Hockey East arenas always have the coolest lights, and they used all of them to go along with the movie up on the Jumbotron and the red lights all over the place. It was by far the coolest player intro we've seen, so I'm going to give it a 10. The jerseys were good, neither of them were too offensive, both were frankly above average for the series so far. I think Northeastern could change it up a little bit by taking the red trim on white letters on white uniforms to black trim on red letters on the white uniforms, and that would greatly improve them. But they're going to get a 7 out of 10 for the jerseys. The doghouse has no sightline onto the court during basketball games, so it's not used. However, I think that they don't really have a designated student section for the games. The students definitely felt more spread out than concentrated, but the band and the cheerleaders added a heightened sense of home element to the game, so we're going to give it a 6 out of 10. The seats were great. There were nothing to really say about them. The views were good. The seats weren't on top of each other. We had good legroom. Give them an 8. Now, my dad wanted to take a point off the concessions because his lukewarm Dr. Pepper exploded on him when he opened it. But the fries were tasty. They had a decent selection: nuggets, fries, hot dogs, chips, drinks, but there was no concessions menu anywhere. I think it was supposed to be on the TV that was hanging up off to the side, but that TV was off. So I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. Despite a 27.13 board appearance from Chris Doherty, a well-rounded performance from the entire Tribe starting 5 would take the Huskies to the wire and net them a win as William & Mary takes down Northeastern 72-68 in the first loss in the series. All in all, Matthews Arena is going to get a 67 out of 100, tied for second place in the series, a welcome surprise. Be sure to check out the other videos in this series here on TikTok, or if you're on YouTube, you can check out the playlist below.